Morning. There we are. Good morning, everyone. I'm, of course, Gallant Ant. I go by Gallant Fuzz on YouTube. Just going to say that right off the bat. The corn, of course, is getting higher. There we go. Birthday month walking. There we are. It's my birthday month. And, of course, I'm looking for wildflowers and that along this nice little idea. I'll walk this, of course, once a week or whatever, maybe twice a week. And nice bluebells and that along here. Like I said, eventually they're going to cut all this. So I figured I'd walk along, see some nice pretty flowers, walking and talking, and of course, seeing whatever's pretty out here. Welcome in, of course, if you get caught with a ad, I am so sorry. Mullein is cotton up there. They're nice and tall. Mosquitoes are rampant right now. It rained over the weekend, so they're having fun. They're trying to use me as a flyaway. Of course, I figured I'd let you guys know. I found out that I weigh 230 pounds or 104, give or take, 104 kilograms. And I'm like going, I need to get out. And you know what they say, get out, work out. And the best workout, is walking. So, there's a nice little pretty pink one down there. I'm going to see if I can't. No, I can't zoom in. There's a nice little pretty couple of pink ones in there. If I could actually zoom with this, it would be nice, but I can't. I'm sorry. And to zoom, I'd have to walk down in there, and walking down in there may find some poison ivy that I'm not looking forward to. But thought I'd walk along, give you guys a chance to say hi to me. Mosquitoes, like I said, are still not exactly friendly. Corn is almost head high, almost. But I figured, hey, get out. They say not only should you game stream, but you should get out more. And this is a form of you being able to get out more without you getting out more. How about that? That's what I'm looking at. I mean, you're walking along with me and we're having a good time. Birds are, of course, near the cornfield. You guys can kind of see what's going on. A little bit here, a little bit there. You can always welcome in. You can always DM me later. I'm trying to add these in because, like I said in a earlier one, that I got nailed for being a bot. And I'm like going, I'm not a bot. A nice bird up front. I am real. So this is the only way I figured to get an idea of. And this is how you can kind of tell with the post and that how tall the corn is from the last time I took the picture. Last time I did it, you guys can go back and look. That's how I know about how tall the corn is. And this would be my way of getting out there and being not just known, but known that I am not just... I'm a faceless gamer. You all know what... A lot of people know what that means. It means I don't... Oh, one of the corn's knocked down. Is that I don't show my face much. And if you did want to see my face, it is on my Discord. So, if you wanted to literally do that, you can always look up my Discord. You can join that. I'll try to put that in the stream here in a little bit, as long as I can get the mosquitoes off my painfulness. My goodness. Sorry if it's a little bit janky. I am walking with it. Mosquitoes are trying to eat me as I walk. This must mean the air is not moving, so they can actually fly real good instead of not just... So they're following me at good intervals here. Yep, they're actually trying to get along here. But, hey, I'm walking along. Ooh, okay. Right along in here, where I saw the last time I was here, I put on alcohol, but that doesn't seem to slow them down any. because I don't have any wind. Some bluebells down in there. Kind of look. I know it's hard for me to, or you guys to see them. Man, the mosquitoes are, wow. Like Tectone said, they're trying to fly them away. Dang bugs. At least they're not cicadas. Scares me. At least they're not cicadas. That's all I want to say. And everyone wants to know what a cicada is. Look up the Yoopers. You know what the cicada war is. Nice pretty pink one. I'll try to put it in the middle frame there. Beautiful. Some daisies down there. Try to zoom a little bit there. Hey, I said flowers in my tag, so I have to find the flowers in this walk. Mosquitoes, stop this. You're making me mad. Alright. Oh, here we go. Nice big patch of flowers right here. Nice good sized patch. I'll slow down a little bit. Get a nice shot here. Get off me. Blew it off. Nice good patch of beautiful wildflowers. Right in there. Man, still morning? Bad idea to go for a walk. Man. But they said to go for a walk, get out much. Show what you can, see what you have. Bluebell there. Nice white one right in the middle there. Try to show it here. I'll step in a little closer. Right in that middle there. Beautiful. Of course, I've got so much Wisconsin wildflowers. Yes, I will mention that I am in Wisconsin. You're not supposed to give away all the information, which I'll just say I'm in the state of Wisconsin. These are all state flowers. Some of these are, oh, nice little patch of daisies right there. Oh my word, mosquitoes are just, they're even aiming for my fingers because I put on the alcohol. I guess because I put on an alcohol rub, they're after me. So, please forgive me if I'm a little janky. I am hand-holding my cell phone, of course, doing this. And the reason I do this in being janky and that is I'm more genuine this way than using a, ouch, than using a, try to zoom in and get these guys right there and right there. Being more genuine. Less edits this way. Excuse me. Beautiful, beautiful. Right there. Two of those. Get off there. Get off my thumb. Nice little ideas. Man. Whoa, these guys popped up real big. I was looking at these the other day. I was going to try to get them the other day when I did that shot, and it just didn't come out right, but that looked nice. So, beautiful daisies on here. Get out of my ear. All right. Darn mosquitoes are just horrendous just around. We had, though, quite a bit of rain this round. So, made, for one, popped out the major mosquito farm, I guess, has been opened up, I guess. All right. Get off of me. Off. And, of course, a nice shot of where I took a picture for YouTube. But I'm mostly after these beautiful flowers. Get off of me. Monsters. Trying to make me fly all the way to Michigan. Away. Go find somewhere else to bite. Alright. Took my hat along because I wanted my hat to make sure I could get rid of most of these. Get out of my veins. They're aiming for my veins. Alright. Man, makes you want to walk more faster. But I also want to get these flowers in, so ladies and gentlemen, men like flowers too. I just don't like planting them. Forgive me. Had to shift hands. Changing over because the mosquitoes are just horrendous right now. Wow, I haven't had them this bad in a while. Oh, nice little patch right here. Just going to walk right along. But And then, of course, there's some blue over there. Yeah, if you like yellow flowers and blue flowers. Nice patch of daisies along these yellows. Get off of me. Man, these little monsters are just... whoo-wee. A nice little patch in there. Off. But, I mean, the more you're hearing me say off, you know exactly what I mean. These mosquitoes are really interesting. I didn't want to wear a lot of bug spray because I don't like bug spray. It tastes nasty, lady, I'll put it that way. I don't care for that bug spray because it does kind of suck. But man, that corn is just shot right up. It's beautiful. Oh, right along here. Beautiful flowers. They're coming up because, well, now hopefully we'll get some bees and they'll be able to get pollinated. Hopefully before the big whacker comes along and cuts these all off. County comes along and it cuts the... County comes along and they cut up the roadside, so all this will be all cut as ribbons. Nice bluebell right there. I believe that's what those are. You can always correct me, but beautiful, just beautiful flower. Oh, I believe that's wild asparagus. It's right there in the middle screen there. That's a wild asparagus. Ay, 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 ay. Man, it's because there's no wind. Off me. I'm trying to give these people a wonderful walk here. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. All right, walking and talking. What are we going to talk about? Well, the big thing to talk about is what are we going to be doing. This is my birthday month, and hello, bee. Hello. Hi. Hi. Nice to see you. You're going to be busy, aren't you? Yeah. Gonna try to get it here. There you are. Hi. Glad to see you. Hey, if you see one bee, you're at least happy. A lot of the bees in that have been destroyed, so that bee's gonna be busy as hell. Busy. So, we can talk about bees and flowers and all that jazz. You can always DM me. The reason like I said, I do this the most is to prove to people that, hello, another one. Hi, nice to see you. Hi. Sorry to put you in the video, but there you are. All right. Sorry about that. Well, like I said, the mosquitoes are trying to eat me alive for dinner. Well, the ladies are trying to eat me because they need that for their... Go away. For their ideas. For their blood sacks. I'm also trying to stay away from the... Hello. Another one. Hi. Nice to see you. Yeah, going to town. Good. I'm happy that they're around. Without them, the corn don't get the tasseling. So without those bees, the corn don't tassel. So we want the bees around. I can feel you on my skin. They don't realize it because I put 90% alcohol on my skin. And when I get done, I'll even put more on to kill any black fly sacks that might get into the issue that I have. I had one of our cats a few years ago. Hello. Got a pot fly. We called him Bothead after he got done. It was in his neck, and we called him Bothead for many years. Eventually, he looked like a sand dune, so we just called him Dune. But for a long time, his name was Bothead. So I know I don't show the pictures of the cats, and I probably should. It'd be probably better viewing. Get off of me, mosquito. Don't worry, she didn't make it. But the big thing, of course, is proof, the fun things, and of course, if I can clip this all together with editing tools, I could probably get a real good view for, excuse me, trying to go for, if you're trying to drill into me, you're going to have to use the square one. I am half Norwegian, you know. Sorry, ladies. You're going to have to use a Norwegian drill bit. We're a little thicker than normal. Oh, man. This is a nice spot. I think the rabbits are through here. Because, man, alive, it just... Okay, there's this, and I'm going to just take a shot like this. Right down the road. And this looks like the rabbits kind of ate their way the other side. You know, rabbits are deer, and they just shoot it down. Because there's a few deer trails already. So, not too bad. And I do these walk and talks because it allows you guys to know that I try to get out there and I try to exercise. I'm not moving as fast as I can. I mean, you can pretty much gauge my speed, which is slow. You know, I'm no spring chicken. It's my birthday month. The whole month of July is my birthday, so I decided instead of just doing a day, I do the whole month. It's what's nice. And I decided to do these instead of just gaming because gaming doesn't get me very, very far. And I'll be honest on that. I don't get very many views and that on my gaming stuff anyway. So I figured, what the hey, I'll do botanical. I'll do walking. I'll do a little IRL, whatever you want to call us. Live. A little more live action stuff. And I might change my channel up a bit because of these. The reason being is gaming just isn't much for content creation. Hello, car. I'm going to step off to the side here. But there is a bee down there too, and I was about ready to go down there. So I'm going to stand over here. But beautiful flowers. The more I stand still, though, the more mosquitoes say hi. CP Rail. A few of the guys from that. It's a CP Rail truck. Canadian Pacific. Yeah, you just heard it go by, but I knew a few people on the old railroad tracks. Man, this is so pretty. When this really blows up, it's just gorgeous. All these flowers and that coming along and just walking along and just seeing all the neat things that nature has done along here is just great. Now, each time you're doing this, you notice that the corn's getting a little taller. I'm hoping to be able to get this all into when they tassel. So, just for me to you as the audience, from me to you, this is a way for you to get out and see nature without you having to get out and go and see nature. And, you know, I used to watch Victory Garden, one of my favorite shows. A few of the other things I used to watch. Darn mosquitoes. Ouch. Almost show my face there. Oh, gosh. Do that and you all will run. I don't look cute. I'll put it that way, okay? I'm a faceless gamer for a reason. Hey, get off. That one actually drew blood. Son of a gun. Got into my thumb. That actually hurt. Man. The way I'm going, I'm going to need leeches at this rate. They're as bad as the doctors. Pardon me. Scrape that one off. Good grief. But there's some nice ones right along here. Just some real pretty flowers. I'm going to turn around now because I'm near the other people's. So there's the road. I always turn around and I head back the other direction. Now, we have maple, oak, ash, wildflowers, swampland, all in this area on the family farm, basically. Damn. Yow. Now I'm going to walk into them. Mosquitoes are going to love that. I'm going to walk towards them. So, just some real neat. We had some wild roses growing, which is great. Ferns, because sometimes you're just out of your flippin' fern, literally. I don't know where that terminology comes from, but I kind of understand it now, because what happens is you think the fern, you got it all handled down and you got the thing in the ground, and the fern comes up on the other side of the fence, and you're like, how in the world I put this fence down? The fern's on the other side. Well, out of your flippin' fern. That's how that terminology comes. Just awesome how much beautiful, the trees are coming along. This side we kind of just let it grow. The other side's just the pasture land, well, not pasture, but croplands. And this side we just kind of let it go and let nature take its course, however it wants to roll it. It is posted land, so if you want to hunt on it, you have to talk to Ma. Big time, believe me. And you're wondering where the mosquitoes are coming from? It's that water down there. And believe me, plenty of it down there. Mosquitoes just need like a tablespoon of water and they can explode. But then again, you have too much water, what happens is frogs go in the water and they eat the mosquitoes. So I hate the mosquitoes, but they are part. Now listen how this goes. Acoustically, mosquitoes are part of the biome. Without mosquitoes, bats don't have something to eat. So you need mosquitoes for bats to eat something, because they eat their body weight in mosquitoes every night. So if you hate bats, it's because you have mosquitoes. But without those mosquitoes, the bats have nothing to eat. The frogs have nothing to eat. They eat mosquito larvae. Dragonflies eat mosquito larvae. So mosquitoes don't always get a fair shake either. They gotta survive just as much to be able to get out of the water. Specifically to be able to get out, to be able to procreate, get blood out of you or something else, then to get back to the water to lay their eggs so they can, spawn to the next generation. So, without that, they aren't alone either. But they are a major chain in the food chain. And just like the bees that you just saw, they're also part of the food chain. In a way, if we don't have the bees going around pollinating with all the plants, we don't have the plants. We don't get our seeds. And for those who are vegetarians, and I also mean the other ones, without bees, you don't get very much. So it takes an insect to keep us alive too. And there's a bee down there, I think, or a bug. And these bugs are very important. Each one of them is super important for our biome and our biology. Get off of my thumb. Stop biting that. Get away from the ear. That's important. Sorry if I swing in front of you. It's me getting them off my hand because they're laying on the back of my hand and it hurts. Not exactly comfortable. Now I'm walking back kind of into them, so down, back, sit, ladies. And me getting rid of a few mosquitoes, there's plenty. Believe me, they're following behind me. I think I got a cloud. But mosquitoes are also eaten by other animals. And I noticed something else. Hold on. Not just about the bird. But I noticed the other day I saw a couple of monarchs. So the monarch thing's going to be going on here in the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be a good thing. I think I should show you guys a little bit of that, but that's if I can see some butterflies. I'm hoping to get some butterflies in the shot, but right now I only saw one on the road so far. One monarch. That was it. And I'd like to see more personally, but butterflies are going to be coming out here pretty soon. Usually my birthday month, that's when the monarchs start doing their migration through the whole month. Man alive, just gorgeous things going on. You got the corn will be shooting up another foot or two. It won't tassel though until September. That's a big thing. But of course, just beautiful. I mean, I get to see this. I do these about once every 2 weeks. So it's just to give you guys to proof that, I'm not just a faceless gamer that plays 7 Days to Die, Space Engineers. I was working on getting Elite Dangerous up and running on the PC. What a pain. Just going to let you guys know that. Mulane, nice done. Nice and coming up. Get his flowering coming up. Pretty. Edible also, if you're wondering, that's an edible mulane. I'm coming up on another one here. This is an edible plant. When it's down below, the leaves are kind of like lettuce. You can also cook them. Very helpful plant with fiber in that. So everyone goes, well, what does it do for you when I walk along here? Now, every now and then I'll catch deer, rabbits. The other day while I was driving down the road, I caught two in my YouTube. I have a couple of deer that decided to come out of the corn, and they came into a bean field, and I went, oh my gosh, I got to get these guys. So I stopped along the road real quick, shot the thing, and did just a quick shot of try to zoom in and catch them. And I did. I got lucky. But they were just out of the corn. So, of course, wild asparagus. So if you catch this before it seeds, which is how this is near this idea. If you catch it before it seeds, you can eat it. It's delicious. Cook it up. It's good. Edible plant. Off me, mosquitoes. Mom says there are times that she goes to, I'm going to eat, and then she goes down to the garden and she just walks along and she starts eating. I'm going, it looks like you don't have to worry about dinner tonight. No, I'm good. I mean, there are a lot of edible plants. Quite a few. Dang, damn it. I felt you down there. Just gorgeous. Seeing the flowering plants is nice. I don't know how this actually happened. I think one of the big trees knocked down, and what it is it opened this whole area up. It's beautiful, just gorgeous. No mosquito, you can't have that. My blood. When you got my blood, it's more expensive. I charge by the pound. But it's just, there's edible plants all the way along through here with mullein, asparagus. Pretty soon the morels will be coming out. If you're a mushroom lover, if you love your mushrooms, they'll be coming along really here pretty soon. Just the way it is. For everyone to understand. I mean, morels, you got to be careful of toadstools too, though, because you don't want to eat a poisonous idea. That's not exactly a good thing. I love shiitake mushrooms. That's one that I love to eat. Baby bellas, portobello mushrooms. I know how they do that. Just don't ask, just enjoy them. Just taste them. They're delicious. Had them on a burger, a portobello burger. Oh my gosh, awesome. water down there. That's why I'm getting more mosquitoes along me. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Just gorgeous though along here. If you catch me live, good luck. Like I said, I'm trying to set up certain games. Trying to get, like I said, I tried to get Elite Dangerous going. 7 Days to Die, I've got a playthrough going for it. Both for a couple platforms. Working along there. Eventually, I want to get more of this long form stuff. Will be on my on the other platform. Just trying to extend out and basic out, and what do I do? Well, I was looking at what do you do for can you explain to people what is so good about this? For one, edible plants. You've got corn, asparagus, mullein, lettuce, wild lettuce, wild potatoes. Another one that's cattails. Very surprisingly, cattails are edible. They're much like a potato. You can eat the roots. Oh, hello. Don't know if you're a dragonfly or are you a... Nope, you're a butterfly. Right there. Cool. I got a butterfly. I feel blessed. Alright. Getting one butterfly is a nice... Just one. But like I said, the monarchs are coming out. Sumac. Got some sumac trees in there, which... Sumac is almost an invasive species. I almost have to say it. Literally. It's an invasive species, I swear. The sumacs just come out of nowhere and get you. Oh, must be more water nearby. Ladies, away. Go find somewhere else to live in light. That's why I brought my hat. It's got a little bug spray on it. Nice patch of yellow flowers just way over on the other side of the ravine, but that's alright. And of course through here, all the way along here, along this idea, the bees are really working their little hearts out right now, which is a good thing. If I can get 3 birds up there, I'm going to get a for the bird shot, if I can. Be a nice clip. But I only find always up there one bird. I got okay, I'm going to flip around. I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to flip around. I've got this wonderful high wire that goes all the way along. If you zoom in a little bit, it goes all the way along to there. So I've got this wonderful high wire that goes all the way to this other side down there. And I was trying to see if I can get a for the birds look. Never gets that lucky. If I can get 4 birds on there, it'd be awesome. I always catch one. Get one bird on there, that's about it. But I got this great spot for the birds. Oh, well. Oh, please be careful. Those, I believe, are thistle ones, so those will grow up and they'll be, well, the problem is they'll be like burrs, and if you're walking along, to carry their seeds along, they attach them to you. And that gets to be a problem. I'm going to try to see if I can get the yellow over there real quick. There's a couple of nice yellow ones down there. Don't know if I got them, but a bunch of yellow hiding underneath. I think this is mother-in-law's wort, which is another invasive species. This mother-in-law stuff. They'll be cutting the heck out of it. I know that. But the thing of it is, this is a lot of food for why I'm going along here is, and what I'm looking for is, this is good food. Oh, this is good food for butterflies. So I'm hoping to see some more butterflies as I go along here. I kind of avoided this so I can actually see along that. So Just trying to show some pretty flowers along this nice little walkway here. This is me also trying to, be normal to everybody, being not just a gamer channel, being a little more of a, hello, you must be the other bee that I met the other round. You've jumped over the other side, okay. Because I think that bee came over here. More food. And then it'll go back to its hive and tell everybody where this food source is, which is a good thing. Hello, that's the same butterfly. It's not a different one. Nice yellow along this idea. Just little spots of yellow. Just nice to see. Oak tree, sumacs, of course. Just trying to show a splash of color, getting you out. They always said, hey, you need to get out. So if you're a gamer, this is one way for you to get out, smell the flowers, without you saying, hey, I'm not going out in there. I'm not getting attacked by mosquitoes, but I went out and I was able to take a walk. This is one way you can say, I took a walk. Just do a walk along. That's one way to look at it. If you can't get out, you're in a wheelchair, or you just can't move much, I thought this would be a nice way of giving you, for my audience, a way to get out, see the flowers, hear the birds. And I know they can be heard on my idea, because I checked it the other day and I was able to hear the birds. Sometimes I should just put out a camera just for the birds alone. There's so many. I had a male cardinal go by me the other day, a female finch, chickadees, oh my goodness, woodpecker, female and male woodpecker, red-headed woodpeckers go by me. Just a whole bunch of beautiful. I wish I could get in there a little better. These are the ones that actually, the only problem with these flowers, like I said, when they actually try to procreate, they will grab a hold of you and you will be carrying more stuff on you than anything else. Beautiful shot here coming up. Just going to give you this wide zoom into there. There's some nice yellow off to my right there. Try to put that in the center view. And then all the way back in there, there's some sumac, and I wouldn't recommend walking in there because there's stinging nettle in there, which is also edible. We'll mention that. Stinging nettle. Probably some sneaky nastiness is in there. Poison ivy that you wouldn't realize until it's too late. You've got poison ivy hiding in there. There you are. Landed in that tree right there. Nice to see you. Yeah. You live out here long enough, you can talk to them. There's a pair right up in that tree. They just moved. There you go. That's why I don't mind the dead trees around here, because it lets you see the birds a lot easier. So a little bird watching. I listed this underneath nature. So you got bird watching too, if you really want to do some bird watching. Beautiful things. But I mostly listed the flowers, plants, nature. So, as my tags. But I wanted the big thing to do here is just to get to, see a little bit different of my audience. get you guys along, keep things real, because the more it's more a jar idea or it's not edited, that way you know it's not just, you see everything that's all faked, AI'd, you know, oh, that's fake news, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, well, here's some realism. A dash of realism in your fake world. And you can walk along with me, like I said, and enjoy some flowers. Enjoy me getting slapped by a whole bunch of mosquitoes, and you didn't have to deal with them at all. Beautiful yellow there, nice yellow there, some orange. I mean, I'm going to see if I can see it well. There you are, yellow, the orange, I got it all on the screen. Good. I mean, I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes. You're not getting attacked by mosquitoes. But, man, they're... Okay, the wind's starting to come up. That helps. That helps a lot. And I thought you guys would want to see something different. And me doing this for about an hour, I think is great. For one, it gets me out of the house. I do these walks. It's nice. It allows for me to, you know, connect with my audience, whoever that may be. Gonna go across the street here, across the road here. You know, I'd rather be able to connect with my audience, because just playing, you know, 7 Days to Die and Space Engineers and that, and seeing, you know, what you can build in those games, and No Man's Sky, of course. Elite Dangerous, if you play New Horizons, you can't get out of the ship. If you play Odyssey, you can. I mean, whole bunch of stuff going on there. 7 Days to Die has 2.0, which is Storms Brewing. Glock's like, I don't know. I was watching a little bit of Glock. And he says, I only ran into one storm so far. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a trick question there. I'm just going to go down the road here and see if I can't catch any interesting things. Oh my. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I know I did. But there was a deer literally walking down the road like me. I don't even know if you caught that or not. I'll have to, when I rewatch this, I'll have to check the time on it. 42. I think I caught a deer in my video. I'll have to clip that. I'll have to rewind that and then clip that. That is what I'm talking about. It's me just walking along, and all of a sudden, I'll catch a deer in my video? Really? Is that? That is a big flap. That was a big flap. Is that the hawk, or is that the eagle? I've got a hawk and an eagle that live nearby. And then I've got, I don't know if that's a deer or not. I'm sorry if I've gotten quieter. Bingo. I am not joking. There's a deer literally right across the road. It just crossed in front of me, in front of that 35-mile-an-hour sign. Just beyond it. Heading into the corn, I think. This is why I was going for these walks. I mean, yeah, surprise. And that's why I didn't want to wear bug spray, because I'm wearing something that actually blocks my scent, so deer can't really detect me that well. Oh my. Can I get close enough to actually see the deer? That's going to be my tricky part. Darn mosquitoes. You're ruining my shots. So I thought the deer was on this side, but I'm thinking the deer is now on the right side, towards the corn. And I couldn't tell if it was a spike buck. There. Passed right in front again. So now on the right side is now on the left side. And you're wondering why I go for my walk. Oh, I don't know if that's one of the county trucks. So I'll try to get over here. Hello, bird. It's kind of interesting. But to see that deer, that's one of the reasons why I do these walks for you guys. It's kind of fun. Oh my word. Just gotta sneak over onto this. Oh, nice shot. Beautiful. Just some nice flower shots too. So we caught the deer, which is great. We caught the deer. Now with this guy though, that deer's gonna be long gone. They're checking the road. I can tell. So, ow, mosquito. Yeah, that's gonna scare that deer completely into the brush. Darn it. Oh man. Still a nice view. I figured do about an hour of this. It's what it is. You know, you do what you can. And you run into stuff like that, but the reason I wanted to do this was if I would catch anything cool in my video. I think I won. I got some deer. Well, I probably got the same deer. I got some beautiful flowers along the way. Somebody is down in the other part. Well, that's somebody else's land, though, so this, well, part of the family farm is up to the one line, but I should go and investigate, find out what's going on. But certain people, we own most of the parcels through here, and we rent out some of them, so it's another story. Oh, some pretty yellow flowers. But you got to be careful of those kind of red-tinged flowers or red leaves. You don't want to touch those. Like Rodney Carrington said, I rubbed it all over my body. I'm going, you don't do that. I have enough problems just with a little bit of the issues that we have. Beautiful. But, oh, they lost some of their petals. Oh, shoot. Well, we had that storm come through, so that kind of did that. Oh, my heart does kind of go out to the flooding. I just realized that the flooding that happened. I'm so sorry for that. I mean, when that much water dumps, you get kind of nailed. And I knew a few places and a few areas, if you dump that much water and the water comes up like a tsunami, there's not much you can do. My recommendation, if you're going to have a vehicle, I recommend a Volkswagen Bug from the 1970s. And everyone probably looks at me like I'm an idiot. But if you looked at the original Volkswagen Bug that was designed with a diesel engine, a diesel Volkswagen Bug from Germany, what was interesting about that car, and Herbie the Love Bug is listed as one of it. So if you take a look at Herbie the Love Bug and you look him up, and this is an actual true thing about Herbie, and you're inside that car and the doors are sealed, the doors really do seal tight, that car will float. That's right. The original Volkswagen Bug could float. I just thought I'd mention that in my video. So, another one, of course, that people like to talk about is the Land Rover. That has a snorkel system. It is also designed to be sealed. and can drive, basically. It can survive a flood. So these are vehicles that are more expensive, but in long haul is a lifesaver. The vehicle I always thought about, and I live near Wisconsin. I live in Wisconsin, and I've heard of the Wisconsin Dells ducks. Ooh, pretty flowers. 1 second. And I've ridden on the back of a duck. And a duck basically is an aquatic vehicle they used in World War II. And I'm going to mention that around the 50 mark. Another pretty flower. My gosh, these are so nice that they snuck in. Don't know where these wildflowers snuck in at, but they are pretty as all get out. And that's hiding in the sumac there. But needless to say, the Wisconsin Dells ducks is what they were, and that's what I wrote on. What's nice is that they are able, when another town in Wisconsin flooded, and that's Baraboo, Wisconsin, they sent the Wisconsin Dells ducks and the Army ducks into Baraboo to save people. So these are specific vehicles designed for aquatic amphibious, and they're amphibious vehicles is what I'll list them as. They're an amphibious vehicle, which means they can go on land and on water. So very handy for flooding situations. And occasionally Baraboo does love to flood. And it's how it's designed with the Wisconsin River. If you want to look it up on Google Maps, go right ahead, and you go right ahead. I'm nearby them. I'm not in them. But I've ridden on them, so it is interesting that these aquatic vehicles do exist. They are not as notable and pronounced as one, but I will mention something. I believe it's Winnebago built for, I think it was $1 million. They built an amphibious RV that has a drop down deck, which, hey, if you like water skiing, that's an awesome thing to have. So I just love walking along here and seeing what. Now, I walked along here about 2 weeks ago, and new things have popped up in the 2 weeks. So there's some new stuff that just exploded in color and everything else. Just an explosion since I was here 2 weeks ago. So just want to give a shout out to the Wisconsin Dells ducks and Army ducks, to those guys who actually helped during flooding areas. And of course, first responders, to those who help save people's lives. Just want to give those guys a major shout out. That's got to be rough where that flooding happened. So it is interesting. Yeah, needless to say, I wouldn't want to walk in that area down here. You don't want to walk in that, because if that oil gets on your clothes or on your shoes and you put it on you, you're going to have a bad day. A real bad day. Well, maybe even a bad week. I got hit with poison ivy, and oh my word. Needless to say, I went to work and I put one blue Band-Aid on it and said, "Here you go. I got a blue Band-Aid on it." He goes, "Yeah, but you needed a blue bandage for your arm." I'm like, yeah, it was pretty rough. I mean, I would have showed it, but man alive, it was not pretty. I'm just going to walk over here. This is a great shot. Just a nice shot of a nice bunch of corn that's coming up beautiful. Just gorgeous. Coming along well. Just enjoy this walk. And I only want to do about an hour. I'm not doing too much. I just want to, as I say with most people, just want to talk and get to know my audience, and you guys know me a little bit better. Seeing what I do. Hopefully you enjoy these. If you do, like and subscribe. Follow. Whatever you do. Follow on whatever platform I put this on. I may even put this on a few different ones. But thank you. I do appreciate you. And hopefully you appreciate these, going along. And now I got to point the camera up a little higher. The corn's gotten up there. So, and I do these shorts and I do a few other things just to get to know my audience and get to know you, and you get to know me a little bit. Ooh, hold on here. Beautiful white one right there near where I'm walking. There you are. Nice, pretty. It's a vine. It is some kind of vine. I don't know if it's divine, but it is a vine. And it shot up through quite a bit of here. I don't think it's poison ivy, though. It's not got the same characteristics of that. I'll have to find out what you are later. Might be a melon. Oh, you might be a melon vine that got replanted somehow. Yeah, you might be a melon vine. Could be pumpkin. Don't quote me that, though, because there is a guy who does pumpkins literally less than a quarter mile away from here. So this could be a converted pumpkin patch by accident. Or squash. Or pumpkin or squash. Could be. So don't quote me on that. I'll know here in a couple of months. Beautiful white flowers there. Get off of me, mosquito. But like I said, just want to do these little bits. Show these off. Do about an hour. Gives you guys something to look at. Get to know you a little bit better. See if you're into any of this stuff. I mean, that's up to you. But this gets me out. I'm supposed to get out, walk, and not just be a gamer guy. So, I'm, of course, Gallant Ant. Gallant being loyal, ant being small. That's what that means for me. Gallant Fuzz. Gallant again being loyal. Fuzz is my nickname. And I figured, what the hey, keep that up and use that in other places. So I did. So I decided to go Gallant Fuzz in other places. So if you're looking me up, you can look up Gallant Ant. And if you're looking at other places, look up Gallant Fuzz. You should probably see my surprising avatars if you catch them along. I do appreciate you. I try to keep these about an hour, making this a little easier for everyone to watch in an hour. Man, beautiful flowers though along here. Making this a little simpler for everyone. I'm not editing this. I'm keeping this in its entirety. So I will probably dilute this down and put this in other places, which I can do. Thank you to Twitch for allowing vertical format and being able to do RL for me. It took me 200 followers, and I want to thank all 200 followers plus to helping me out to get to where I'm at. I'm monetized. I thank you all for that. I want to thank everyone who's doing a lot and helping me out getting monetized in other places, because you've been doing that too, and I do appreciate you. So thanks a lot for coming in and bugging me and having a blast going along. I mean, this is a way for you to get out without you getting out. I'm the one getting the bites, the things, the scratches, the looking at the animals and everything else, but you're with me. You know, you're along for the ride. Birds, bird watching. I mean, okay, I don't even know if you can see the God rays, but I'm going to just show you. Yeah, hopefully the God rays come through the camera. Just a nice shot. But I just want to appreciate you all. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for watching this all the way through. If you made it this far, thank you. I'm going to sign off here give you this great shot. Thank you so much for viewing and watching. Thanks for keeping up with me. I'm Gallant Ant. I go by Gallant Fuzz. Thank you for your patronage. Have a wonderful day.